I'm live, it says I'm live. Is it working? Hello, everybody. If you can hear me, let me know. Here I go again on my own. Bum, bum, bum. Streaming on the only vibe I've ever known. And on YouTube I was born to stream alone. Unless it's top tens, I'm not streaming. Hello everybody, welcome to my Q&A. Right, let's see. Hello. Yes, we can hear you. Thank you, Raul. It's a beautiful Monday morning. Happy Monday, everybody. Yay for Mondays. All right. So before I get going, I want to say to anybody in the chat room right now or even watching this later on, if you supported our Kickstarter, I want to add on yet another hearty thank you. We really appreciate the support, everybody. You are an amazing group of people. We are beyond blown away. All right, let's kick it off with a couple of questions here, and keep them coming, y'all. Good morning, Z. Good morning, Alex, I think it is. Tufano Alex. Aside from Dice Tower events, which convention are you most excited for this year? Well, let's see. I believe we are going back to UK Games Expo. I'm really excited about that. I get to see some friends over there I haven't seen in a while. I am excited for... It's probably, that might be one of my top ones, so I'll go with that. I'm really excited to go back to the UK. It's a gorgeous place. Z, what are you drinking? I am drinking a zero sugar, 0 calorie Monster Energy drink called Ultra Sunrise, because Monday mornings. Cheers. Is this a classic rock workshop? No, we'll get to that later. That'll be a different stream. Hello. Good morning. Afternoon in Spain. Hello, Spain. Mario Souza. All right. Z, speaking of racing games exciting you, have you tried out Sonic Crash Course from IDW Games? There's a rules explanation video on YouTube. I have not played that. I think Tom played it, and I think I heard it was not a very good game. Hi Z, how do you deck build Imperial Settlers? Use the tournament version with only common cards from base game or open version? I try to, if I'm going to deck build, then I use just one set as recommended in the rulebook, just to avoid too many crazy interactions and things like that, and throw the game out of whack a little bit. Hello from Taiwan. It's night over there. Hello. Did you watch Aquaman, and if so, what did you think? I enjoyed it. It was a good popcorn flick. I had a fun time checking it out, so I was happy with it. It might be my favorite DC movie so far. I thought Wonder Woman was very good, but I did not like the end of that movie. The final, 20, 30 minutes or so were kind of a mess for me. So yeah, Aquaman was fun. Are you excited for Arion? I'm guessing that's how it's said. The new one, from the Oniverse series. I am excited for that. There's not a lot of information yet, but I've enjoyed playing all the other ones and messing with them, so I am excited. How do you think your life would have been without the Dice Tower? Wow, that's a deep question. It's way too early on a Monday morning for that. Da-da-da-da. Do you still consider yourself the voice of the people? Chad, I never considered myself that. People just started calling me that online. I'm just the voice of myself. Did you and or Tom ever touch Dark Legacy again after that testing day? Jason, I try to avoid things which cause me bodily harm, so no. I just purchased Onirim. Played 3 games in one sitting. 2 questions. When you use the key to get rid of a nightmare, do you discard key and nightmare? Yes. You discard the key, you discard the nightmare. Where's the other question? I guess it'll come up. What are your thoughts on Wingspan? You know, I liked it. I wasn't blown away by it, but I thought it was good. It kind of made me feel like when I played Gizmos from Simon. It's sort of a similar vibe. Hello from Uganda? Wow, hello Uganda. Do you have any upcoming plans for solo playthroughs? I haven't really thought about it, especially since we are doing a lot of live playing with our Testing Tuesdays. But, you know, at some point I'm sure I'll do some more live solo playing. But nothing on the schedule as of right now. Which game comes to mind when I say big game, small package? Big game, small package. Probably card games with a lot of oomph in them, you know. Like, you know, Glory to Rome style games. What else is a big game in a small package? This isn't a smallish game anymore, but, you know, 51st State now comes in a big box, but it used to be one of those games, Race for the Galaxy, you know, stuff like that. What games are you looking forward to on Kickstarter? Ninja Turtles just finished, okay. The one I'm keeping my eye on is that Parks game. We talked about this on the live show the other day, and Parks from... what's the company now? Keymaster Games. That looks really nice. It looks like a beautiful production. Beard oil or beard balm? I don't use either one, though I have tried beard oil. Beard balm, if it's kind of like mousse or gel, then I don't really care for that. So I guess beard oil it is. I'll go with that. I have used it. I'm just not very rigorous about it. Right. It will be me and my family's first Dice Tower Con in July. What are some of the food options? There's quite a few food options there. You're going to be in Orlando, so there's going to be quite a bit. And the hotel will have food options as well. It would be too many things to sort of go into, but I think you'll be taken care of. What is your ideal breakfast? Okay. I'm going to go with a nice hearty omelet. Oh, it jumped down. Hold up. Let me find it. How far down am I? Boy, I love it. At first, I'm like, hey, guys, any questions? No? Yes? And suddenly, I realize I'm way behind. So let's find my place. Here, give me 1 second. There we go. What is your favorite food? I'm going to go with Italian. Good morning, Z. Now that Fear of Dracula has a 4th edition, does that qualify for Testing Tuesday? Yeah, I haven't seen that version, but anything qualifies as long as somebody's learning it or we're giving it another go for some reason. It's all good. Someone's asking questions about whether there's sugar and whether this has something or other. Oh boy, you guys. What is your favorite Alien Miniatures board game? What? I don't know. Level 7 Omega Protocol, maybe? I can't think of any others. Are you interested in the new Euphoria expansion that was just announced a few days ago? I am not. I never got into Euphoria, so. I'm also not excited about the new Outer Rim game from FFG because, just doesn't sound like something for me. Z, do you have any recommendations for Arkham LCG storage that are less money than the broken token insert? which is $40 apparently. I don't know how much. The stuff I've got is from level 7. Is that right? No, I'm sorry. Go 7 Gaming, is that right? What are they called? Yeah, Go 7 Gaming has storage solutions that I use. That's who I go to for inserts most of the time. So there you go. I forget how much they are. I got it ages ago. Do you have any information about the upcoming Abyss Pocket? I don't. I didn't even know that was announced. What do you think about the Godfather board game? I thought it was all right. I felt like a watered down Blood Rage to me, though. I'm assuming you're talking about that one. Learning Spanish, says Ivy. Wish Spanish speakers had subtitles because apoyo and un pollo sound the same when spoken so quickly. Way to keep me confused. Okay. Sorry to disappoint. You shouldn't be getting Spanish subtitles from me, isn't it? Okay. Okay, here's the other question about Onirim. And if you have all sons, do you discard one to discard and then draw? If you cannot play a son or don't want to and you discard one, then you draw. Yeah. You have to play a card or discard one. Z, I watched the Dice Tower History playlist last week and I want to ask one thing. What did you feel before and after Tom asked you to join on your first Dice Tower video? What did I feel before and after? It's like anything. It was a really slow process to do Dice Tower videos and then eventually to become a part of Dice Tower as an employee. I did videos for years, doing stuff with Tom. It wasn't that big deal. I mean, I wasn't thinking, oh, here we go. This is step one towards an eventual employment. I wasn't thinking that at all. I was just doing some YouTube videos with a friend of mine. And it wasn't that big a deal. I don't know. I had done stuff in the public eye like that before. So I guess I don't know. It didn't impact me particularly much. It wasn't like, oh, this is the beginning of the rest of my life kind of moment. When you're deciding on games for your collection, how important is solo play for you? Not that important, really. I don't need that many games that play solitaire, and it seems like I really don't have to worry about that anymore. Most of them go out of their way to include that. If there is, a solitaire mode in there, I usually attempt to play it at least. Where would you rank viticulture in your top worker placement games? I enjoy it. For example, right off the bat, the game that comes to mind that is a worker placement game and I like more is Manhattan Project Energy Empire. I like that game better than Viticulture. It's got a better pace. It's got a better flow. It's a little more fun and engaging, more to do. But Viticulture is a very good game. In the others, what is your favorite way to play? As or a... try again, Matthew. Try again. And I will answer that. I have no idea what you mean. Which Oniverse game do you recommend as the best after Onirim? Probably the most different one I would say is Sylveon, which was the next one after that, technically. So that one, just because it is not very similar. The one with the building of the towers kind of feels like Onirim the tile game. Quick question, do you know if Stuffed Fables is a game that you can play over and over or once read through, is that it? I have no idea, I haven't played it. Sorry. Since Tom spoke about vacation time and board game breakfast, what would be your ideal vacation away from board games? Ideal vacation away from board games. I don't know, maybe a road trip or something. Get away for a while. Do you like the How to Train a Dragon or How to Train Your Dragon movie series? I haven't watched any of those. Selfish question. Okay. If you were to design a card superhero game that has variable player powers and gets activated with dice, do you with it would need standees or miniatures, or just card would be cool? I guess cards would be fun. It sounds like you're describing a card game. I don't need miniatures. Well, I don't need miniatures anyway, but I don't need miniatures if it's a card game. Hey Z, I liked your playthrough of Black Rose Wars. Did you like it? I'm still on the edge of laid backing the game. The brawl part attracts me. Sorry, I'm breaking up my reading here. Some of these are a little hard to read through. But it is a little dark as well. Any tips? No, I don't have any tips. Did I like it? Yes, I liked it. If I liked it on the video, I liked it. And I remember I'd like to try it again. You know, when and if a copy shows up here, I'd like to give it another go. But I remember enjoying it. It took a little bit to get into, but I remember liking it. Okay, Matthew, here we go. I meant to say, which sin do you like to play as or against in the others? I did a video about that, talking about my favorite ones. I can't remember off the top of my head. I had all those laid out. I read them all. I reminded myself how they all played. So you're going to have to watch that video, okay? Hi, Z. What is your favorite Summoner Wars faction to use? Oh, boy. It's been a while since I played, but I think it was the Benders, something like that. I like that one. All right, Sean says, wow, reviews have been really good for Sonic so far. I guess Tom just doesn't like my games. Oh, that's your game. You've been asking about that game a lot. I'm guessing it was you, Sean, who kept asking about it in other streams we've done. I haven't played it, though. Have you seen the new Aladdin trailer? If so, what are your thoughts on it? I have not seen it. I did not realize they had released a trailer yet. I saw some pictures, some on-set pictures, but I haven't seen the trailer. Was the Extreme Live play your idea? I don't think so. I don't know. We're always throwing around crazy ideas. Most of them don't materialize into anything. That might have been Tom's idea, though. Good morning, Z. Have you been able to play Rise of Moloch yet? What did you think of it? I have played it. It took a long time because I wanted to go through a play of it, the different pieces of it. It's a long investment. There will be a review of that coming, though, in, I'll say, soonish, okay? A couple weeks, maybe. Do you have a favorite game from Dr. Finn? I saw you unbox Herbaceous Sprouts recently. I like Herbaceous a lot. I enjoyed Herbaceous Sprouts a lot as well. Review of that coming out soon, unless it already posted. I don't know. And then Biblios I really like as well. Those three. Well, that's not Mr. Finn, but or Dr. Finn, but they're from him, from the same designer. But I guess Biblios then, if we're talking about the publishing company. Okay, let's see. Arkham Horror LCG is hard and the bag drives me crazy. Why do you like it so much? Am I missing something? I don't know. Maybe it's just not for you. You might not like it. If it's the bag, if it's the physicality of pulling tokens from a bag, they do have an app that can do that for you, though. So maybe that'll help if you want to try the app. But yeah, it might just not be for you. Don't feel bad if you ever play a game that everybody seems to say is great and you don't like. That's all right. What is your favorite player count? Depends on the game, I guess. What do you think your Monday morning would be like without a Monster drink? It would be fine. Just every now and then a little Monster drink helps, especially if I'm doing a live play, and once again, or a live, I guess, stream. Cheers. I can feel it burning. It's horrible for me. Horrible. Hello, Mr. Z. What are your impressions of the Sleeping Gods board game? I'm guessing, is that the Ryan Lockett game? I think it is. I don't know anything about it except the cover looks really cool. And I think it's supposed to be one of those above and below style games with the book, flip book, but I don't know anything else about it. All right, let's see if I can pick up the pace here. Even though they are not your normal preference, are there any heavy games you enjoy? Yes, I enjoy. I mean, I have the others. I would say is maybe the others is medium or light for people. I like Zombicide, Black Plague. I like Rising Sun, and I like Blood Rage, and then if we go to the Euro side of things, let's see, what's a heavy game that people would consider heavy and that I like? Five Tribes? Is that heavy? I really like Five Tribes. But again, those might not be heavy. How did you get connected with Tom in the Dice Tower? He moved to where I lived, so he started going to the game group that I was a member of. Do you enjoy Arkham Horror LCG solo or multiplayer? I enjoyed solitaire and two-player. More than that, I think it gets a little messy, and there's going to be a lot of downtime. And the game's just going to be a long game anyway. But yeah, solitaire and two-player is fine, and you can do both of those out of a single core set. So, more Arkham LCG live playthrough. I will consider that, Adam. Have you played Tainted Grail? I have not. Someone's asking what I thought about Fallout 76. I heard it was horrible. I have not played it, and I don't normally get video games right when they come out anyway. I'm way behind on when it comes to video games, so I haven't played it. I probably won't. I've heard nothing but bad news from that front. What does your typical work day look like at the Dice Tower? Shooting videos, reviews, or top 10s or whatever. Now, we do a lot of that now live, but then editing is a big part of it. There's going to be a little bit of sprinkling of staying up to date with news and, seeing what's happening. It's a lot of editing, mostly. It's a lot of sort of, preparing things, cutting together footage, scheduling live events, thumbnail design, stuff like that, while we're at work. A lot of the playing used to happen outside of that. Now we try to do some of it live, as you've seen us. But that's largely it. It's mostly editing work. Artifacts Inc. is a big game in a small package. Yeah, I would say so. The Family Showdown always shows up for the rescue. Someone's asking, what was the last game you beat Sam in, and what was the last game you beat Tom in? If I remembered, I would tell you. I don't remember those things. I don't have a very good memory anyway, but I just don't keep that information in my head. I played some games recently, a couple days ago, and I don't remember who won. So, I don't know. What's up, Z? I like hard co-ops like Ghost Stories. Do you have any suggestions? Have you played XCOM? I heard that it was hard as well. I played XCOM a long, long time ago. I think it was a hard game, yeah. I would recommend Dead Men Tell No Tales. That's a hard co-op. It's a very engaging one as well. All right, Eric. I'm guessing that's Eric. That's how you pronounce that. Good morning. How about a series about what new designers should look for when designing board games? I think you guys from the Dice Tower would have great advice. Thank you. I'm not a game designer, but that's an interesting idea. That's more of a Tom question. Light him up next time that he does a Q&A. Have you played Wingspan yet? Yes, I have. I talked about it a little bit earlier in this very stream. And I said it was all right. Okay, I lost my place again. This is so fun. I love it when it jumps around like that. Oh, come on. All right, I read that already. I'm around here, I'm guessing. Yes, there we go. Board Game Fangirl says, I've signed up to play Parks at Tantrum Con this week. Looking forward to it. You're going to have to let me know what you thought of it. Just received Wingspan. Very happy with it. Z, what do you predict is the popular type of game for 2019? Oh, gosh. Popular type of game, huh? I don't know. That's a good question. Excuse me. I have no idea. There's so, the field continues to expand. It's harder to be like, oh, look, there were 8 worker placement games that came out. That worker placement's popular. 8 worker placements now is like, a blip on the screen. So, have you tried Tiny Epic Games? And if so, which one do you like the most? I like Tiny Epic Galaxies the most. Have you played Dinosaur Island? No, I haven't. How often do you buy new glasses? Oh boy, years apart. My vision hasn't changed, thankfully, in years. But yeah, I don't know. I bought these 4 years ago, maybe. All right. Z, what is the best footwear for gaming? Flip-flops. No, probably not. Sneakers. I'll say sneakers. So you can sneak away if the game isn't to your liking. Brian says, are you into the craft beer scene? If so, what are some of your favorite breweries? I am not into the craft beer scene. Hey Z, are there any solo games that have come out since your top 10 solo games that would make the list now? I'd have to. That's a research question. I don't know. And I don't remember what was on that list anyway. If Arkham Noir wasn't on it, again, if it wasn't on it, it would be on it now. That's the only one I got off the top of my head. So I don't know. Are you planning on trying Castles of Burgundy? I have played Castles of Burgundy, actually. I played about 2 months ago or something like that. I thought it was all right. I like my other Feld games more. Bruges I like better. Notre Dame I like better. Castles of Burgundy was interesting, but it was interesting to me, especially how that one seems to be the one that sort of broke through and everybody likes. Maybe it got built up too much for me. I don't know. I thought it was all right. Okay, again, the Sleeping Gods question. I have heard of it. I don't know anything else about it. Hey there, Z, says Kabuki Kid. Hello. What are some of your acting credits? Well, I haven't done any movies, if that's what you mean. I did a bunch of plays. All right, let's see. Oh, boy. Hey, Z, can you play Pandemic with any 3 other people who must be in character for their roles? Okay, so the question is, you can play Pandemic with 3 other people who must be in character for their roles. Who are they and what roles? I'm going to play with Dr. House from House MD. Because he'll figure out, he's going to try a couple of things that nearly kill us, and then he'll figure out the answer. That'll be good. Who else do I want to play with in that game? I think just House and myself could do it. I'll be his whiteboard. That's, kind of how that goes. He can just bounce ideas off of me and insult me for a while, and then we'll solve it. Is Talking Tower going to continue? Yes, absolutely. We're recording another episode this week, and you should see that probably on Sunday. Yeah, the only reason you haven't seen those on our very regular schedule is just because getting together and recording can be a bit of a logistical nightmare. But it exists, is going to continue, okay? And I would love, by the way, if you like Talking Tower, then interact with the show on Twitter, you know. If you watch at the end of every episode, I talk about how you should, you know, if you have any interesting questions or just discussion topics, to tweet at me with that hashtag. So if you want to do that, feel free. Okay. That Outer Rim game says 2 to 3 hours, so you are definitely not interested. Ha ha ha. Chad, I play a lot of 2 to 3 hour games. Z, what do you think of the Shadows of Brimstone games? They always looked neat. I never got around to playing one, but they always kind of caught my eye. I've heard the miniatures aren't great in it, and the game's a little loose, but... Hey Z, what's the best game you've played in 2019? Oh boy, I don't know. I just did. I just gave my best of the month to U.S. Telegraph, but that's a reprint of an older game. I also played Claustrophobia, the new one, but again, that's a reprint of an older game. So I don't know. It's a little early, maybe in 2019, to answer that. What is your favorite solo game? Onirim, or Arkham LCG, I guess. Yeah, we'll go with that. Arkham LCG. Have you played Western Legends as a 2-player? It seems very punishing to the person who is in the lead. I passed up my husband and won. I have not played that 2-player, but kudos on winning. Are you going to do any other gaming in Vegas? Texas Hold'em, Blackjack? No. No. All right. What? Some of these questions. I can't wait for the announcement of new expansion for Seven Wonders Duel. When? I have no idea. Do you game with children? And if so, how do you mitigate anxiety? I don't normally play with children. The children I play with are no longer that young, so I don't have to deal with mitigating anxiety. I'd rather not. You know, I mean, they can, you know, whoever the kid is at this event, this imaginary event with, they can deal with that. Okay, let's see. Hi Z, what do you do when you catch someone cheating in a board game? Just want to know if I can play with you. It'll be probably the last time we play together, you know. But we'll try to make the best of it that one time. Do you care for Teach-U? I've never played Teach-U, and I don't really care to learn. There's a lot of ladder climbing, trick-taking games out there, and that one seems to be taken rather seriously by the people who really enjoy it. So I probably won't play that. So someone is saying, hello from Spain. Hi, love your videos. Thank you. You might get this question a lot, but well, I am making a board game and I don't know if something similar has been done before. What would you recommend? I would recommend that you... I mean, this is like the, hey, I want to be a writer, but I don't know if this has been written before. What would you recommend? I would recommend you read a lot of books. I mean, look into books. So you should play a lot of games. Go to Board Game Geek. Look into games, you know. Don't be that person who, and this has happened, you know, shows up with a game and happens to really force their way into showing us a prototype, and then you go, oh, okay, this is like game X, right? This is like no thanks. I mean, a really popular, this is for sale. And they go, huh, never heard of that. Don't be that person. Z, do you miss the old Bluetooth mic? I don't remember the old Bluetooth mic, but I do prefer a shotgun mic. Because otherwise I have to put this on so I can clip it on. Well, you know, I'm wearing a different just t-shirt underneath this. What brand of smartwatch is that? It's just an Apple Watch. Generation 1. What? Have you ever been arrested? Some of these questions, man, I'm getting just lit up with the personal questions today. Z, have you played Deep Space D6? My wife likes it very much. I have not, Rick, played that game. I've heard of it. A couple of people have suggested it, but it has hasn't come across my desk. I haven't heard of it. You know, I mean, I haven't seen it in person. So, how many games do you have in your collection? I have about 440 games, something like that. Have you played the Armada expansion of Seven Wonders or Babel? Do you like them? I have played both of those, and yes, I do like them. Armada, I thought, was an excellent expansion, especially when it came that late in the cycle of Seven Wonders stuff, you know? I think I like Armada more than I like Babel. Babel felt like the fourth expansion to a game, you know, if you know what I mean by that. You know, it was like, okay, we need to mine some more stuff. Let's find some more stuff. Armada actually felt very fresh. It did not feel like an expansion for a game that has outstayed its welcome or anything, you know, which it hasn't. But yeah, I like it. Armada's good stuff. Hey Z, ever since you complained about Reno Jackson, I started playing Wild Hearthstone again and named my Reno Cthulhu deck after you. Go get him. Thank you for talking up compatibility. It's such a fun game. I picked up around 8 copies from Goodwill's in my area and spread them around to family and friends. Always a hit. That's awesome. I still got mine, my old copy. Morning, Z. I have beard jealousy of you. Okay. How beat down do you get by everyone telling you, hey, at conventions and such? Not at all when it's that, you know what I mean? If it's like, it just, hey, I mean, or even like, hey, thanks for the videos, that's fine. Hey, like that kind of stuff is not draining to me. It's more, it's almost an intangible thing, but it's this idea of, hey, Z, you're funny on videos, so I'm going to be here for 30 seconds. Can you entertain me? Maybe, you know, it's possible, but maybe not. And this is something I've heard other people talk about. It's that fear of someone getting just 30 seconds or a minute with me, and I'm not funny or entertaining. I'm just me. And them walking away going, oh, you know, that was disappointing. And that coloring their view of myself or what I do or whatever. You know, you're getting, you know, you get those like, you know, minute, 30 seconds to somehow make an entire lifespan impression on somebody. That's more what I find draining, you know, sort of keeping that up. And I do it to myself, I know, but that's what it is. What do you think? What do you think it is about classic card games that makes it something families and friends play almost every week? And do you know of any modern games that capture that for you? I think any game that is easy to play, that is going to hold up to wear and tear, I guess, you know. I don't think, like games like Canasta, for example, are only classics and popular because they've been around for a long time and they're easy to purchase and acquire and sort of like develop a tradition around. You can play with a deck of cards, right? Most of those games you can do that. So, Uno, for example, is the one that sort of broke through, and now you don't technically need an Uno deck, I guess, but if you want to play all those rules, you need an Uno deck. I think any game that is that simple, and you can play it with like the 80-year-old, but grandma can play too at the same time, and everybody in between, everyone's about as equally entertained. That's what I mean. I think anything like that would work, It's just most of, hobby games try to be really clever, and that's good, but then they're just sort of aimed at a different audience. All right, let's see. Hey Z, are you doing a top 10 list of favorite Arkham Horror LCG investigators anytime soon? Maybe, that's a good idea. I could, but I'd have to play a little more. But yeah, I might do that. I might do it. Pete Shirey says, hugs to you, Z. Miss you, buddy. Pete, you my best friend. Oh, Pete Shirey, I'm going to send you a big shark. Shark hugs for you. I don't know, P. I'm just being a goof. But I miss you too, buddy. I'll see you soon. Z, would you ever run for president? Yeah, but then they would immediately tell me you can't do that, seeing as to how I wasn't born here. What's your cap about? It's a place in Germany, and it is just a really comfortable baseball cap. Are you current with the Arkham Horror LCG scenarios? If you mean purchasing them, I am. If you mean playing them, no. I played the Arkham Horror LCG. Wow, I'm like the Arkham LCG ambassador all of a sudden. Does FFG ever do live Q&As? No? Okay, so you played it, you loved the story. Before buying more, I was wondering how much of the game down the road will require deck optimization. How important is task specialization in the future? I don't worry about that. I think you can get away with not doing that too much. But you should be good at something in the game, But you don't know from scenarios to scenario if in this one you're going to need to be good at combat, if in this one you're going to need to be good at this thing. You got to play through it and sort of take your bumps, And then you can go back and replay it if you want to, If you want to, now that you know the story, make your, pick a character that's going to be good at this, or make a deck that's going to be good at that. But yeah, going through a story, you're not the same things are going to be required of you from one scenario to the next. If you're concerned about that, I would say maybe play 2-player and have one person who is good at combat, for example, and one is good at, discovery, exploration, gathering clues, things like that. Z, what's it like working with Tom and Sam? And you looked great in a yellow curly wig. Why, thank you. It's good. Playing with, working with these guys is very, it's good. We laugh a lot. We're always sort of being silly a little bit. So for the most part, it's a fun time, It's a lot of work, too. There's a lot of just sitting around quietly editing. But, every now and then we will have a few good laughs. So it's good to have that at work, those moments. All right, folks, I'm skipping Arkham questions for a bit. All right. Okay, I'll answer this one because it's technically about the video game. I am a Cthulhu fan, Lovecraft fan, yes, the LCG as well, of course. And you're asking because of the new Call of Cthulhu video game. Yeah, but the video game has the ability to scare me, and it probably will. Kind of like movies. I like horror themes in board games, in books, but not interactive media that might give me jump scares. I hate that. All right. Are you excited for the new Hiroshima Hex Army coming out this year? Yes. Yeah, I am honestly more excited right now about the Monolith Arena. I want to see where they take that. And if the new armies are going to feel really distinct from what Hiroshima Hex already did, But yeah, there's so much, though, from Hiroshima. Heck, so much. Have you ever won Deep Madness? I have not. It's really difficult. Someone says 5 Tribes is not particularly heavy. Okay, then I don't know of any other ones off the top of my head anyway that I'm a big fan of. You can just look at my BGG rankings. Hello, Z. Greetings from Poland. Hello. Have you played Nemesis? No. And how does it compare to Dead of Winter? I don't like Dead of Winter. I don't think semi-cooperative games work pretty much most of the time. They don't work. And I have not played Nemesis yet. It looks cool, though. Okay, I just answered that question, I guess. Do you know any Cthulhu movie? No, I don't. Loving Micropolis, thanks for the recommendation. Fallout 76 was a mega bomb. Pun intended. Oh, you. Of the Forbidden series, which one is your favorite? Forbidden Desert, for sure. It's Forbidden Desert, Forbidden Island, and then Forbidden Sky, through the table, through the floor. That would be great. Thank you. Just bottom out. It didn't. No. Okay. Tube, you're the worst. Is Snack Talk coming up on the live schedule anytime soon? I do think Tom is going to run with that, so maybe. I don't know anything about it yet, but possibly. What is your favorite angle? What? Like isosceles triangle, that kind of... I don't know what we're talking about. This is a pretty good angle right here, I think. Medium, a medium shot, you know, and then like, you know, straight on. And it's good. Getting some strange questions. How many times have you played through a season, of Pandemic Season 1 and 2? I've played Pandemic Season 1 twice, and I've played Season 2 once. Hello, Zia. Did you play Legends of Ando 2 and 3, the big box ones? What do you think about it? I've played big parts of 2. I haven't finished it. I want to review it at some point, but, you know, it's just too much. And I enjoyed that a lot. That's really good. And then 3, I haven't played yet. I haven't dug into that one yet. There's a lot of support for that game, which is surprising. Good, in a good way, but I'm a little behind, for sure. Best game accessory, metal coins, man. Woo! I love metal coins. Do you still do any acting? My wife is an actress and directs local theater and school one acts. I haven't done any acting in a while, no. Music during games? No, I hate that. It's very distracting. As you can see, I'm easily distracted by music, so imagine that while I'm trying to focus. Have you ever tried Mellowdice.org? Has music for board games. Okay. Again, if it has no words, then maybe, but probably not. Z, what is it going to take for us to receive more competition between you and Sam in games? I love when y'all start ribbing each other, especially when Sam looks mentally stumped. I know to not poke the bear when Sam looks mentally stumped. So, no. Oh, here we go. If you were abducted by aliens and had to bring a board game with you as a great example of human intellect, which one would you bring? Would it be your favorite game or a different one? I guess I would pick something that would show our adaptability and would perhaps highlight the ingenuity and creativity of the human race. So, Monopoly? I'm kidding. I don't know, but all those things I said, I mean. So something like that. Maybe Dixit. Has a lot of gorgeous artwork. It has, it highlights creativity. I might do that. It highlights a range of emotion in some ways. The ability to be subtle or direct. I might do it. Do you think Blue Moon Legends will ever get a reprint? I don't know, but never say never, right? I don't think it did that well the second time especially, so maybe not. Maybe not from the same company. How about that? All right, let's keep going here. Which game designer would you not want to battle in a fight to the death? None of them. What? Why would I want to battle anyone, never mind a game designer, to the death? Or at all, I guess I should say. That sounded like, I'll beat him up real good, but I'm not going to kill him. I don't want to fight anybody. Do you cook your lunch at home and bring it into work, or do you go to restaurants for lunch? It depends. I kind of do both. Z, are there any major differences between the old and the new Claustrophobia? Will there be a comparison video? Comparison video has been filmed, has been edited, and it is forthcoming. It will be posted this week, I think. Pa-pa-pa-pa-pa. Yes. The family showdown at it again. You guys. What is happening right now? Let's say you're dead. What animal would you like to be reincarnated as? What animal do you think you'll end up getting? Based on karma. Jeez. What is going on? I want to be a bat. Yeah. Nocturnal bat. I like it. Some sort of one of them vampire bats. Y'all are bringing out the crazy questions today. I'll tell you that. That lady on Talking Towers, dynamite, says the family showdown. I agree. She's the best. Z, how does your number one game from 2013, Relic Runners, hold up today? I played it about, 6 months ago, 8 months ago, and I really had a fun time with it still. I taught it to some people, and we had a great time. The components, I think, are still to this day really hold up. I mean, there's lots of games that come out today that don't look as good as Relic Runners. But the gameplay was still really fun. So, yeah. That's the good thing about many board games is that you can't, that game, if it was a video game from 2003, it just wouldn't look as good, right? That's how that works. But a board game, I could tell somebody that came out, last week and they wouldn't know. And if the gameplay is good, it's good, Z, what are your thoughts on Spirit Island? Excuse me. It has sort of become my new pandemic. I like how much variety is in it and how the difficulty can be changed. Kabuki Kid, I played Spirit Island. I thought it came across to me a little overwrought. I liked the theme. It just, one of the things I love about Pandemic is that it is able to distill a theme, and somehow push it through that, abstraction filter when it comes out the other side. It's a simpler game, but it hasn't lost all that flavor, all that involvement. It gives me that tension. I can make the leap to what I'm supposed to be doing in the game quickly. For Spirit Island, they kept a lot of mechanisms in there, you know, when they sort of did that simplifying step of streamlining. So I just found it to be still too overwrought for me. It was too much. So I'm glad you like it, though, but that wasn't really for me. That's a good one. Alex here is asking, what's the craziest question you've passed up answering so far in this Q&A? There's been a few, Alex. There's been a few. It's hard to pick. Maybe I'll do a top 10 about that. I did talk about playing Wingspan. Yes, Wingspan is the flavor of the week. I thought it was all right. I rated it like a 6.5 or a 7 out of 10. I need to play again. I played just the one time, so take that with a grain of salt. I'm not sure. It kind of felt like Gizmos to me, is what I said earlier. It also had the same problem I had, which I felt was a problem in Gizmos, which is by the end of the game, like the last quarter or third of the game, there's a lot of triggering stuff, so you're sitting there for a while, you know, while someone else goes, from this I get an egg, from this I get 2 eggs, from this I draw a card, from this I do that, from this I do this, and then it's your turn. Okay. What mechanic in Death May Die makes you feel like it will be a go-to Cthulhu miniatures game? I saw the overview of it. It looked really good, and I like the thing in it that is kind of like the others, in which you are sort of pushing tracks up on your board by making yourself better, right? It's that push and pull between getting closer to insanity or whatever that may be while making yourself better. I'm really excited for it, and I thought the look also of the game just looked fantastic. Have you played Fog of Love? Yes, I reviewed it. Pretty sure. I just laughed at somebody asking about Wingspan again, obviously messing with me now. Have you played any RPG? Yes. On the Dice Tower. You should check that out. Do you think games can be overproduced, or is it discouraging to publishers to make nice games if gamers brand things overproduced? I think it is possible to overproduce things. Yes, of course. Is that a bad thing? That's a question you have to ask. That's like, you know, hey, this game sounds fun. It's $60. Is that worth it? I don't know. I don't know how much you make. You know, I don't know how many games you own. I don't know how much time you have. It's the same thing. Is this overproduced? Well, was it a deck of cards and now every card is a miniature and you shuffle them and they fold flat and you shuffle, then you like tap the table and they all pop up into 3D pieces? That's cool, by the way. Then yes, it's overproduced. It's $120 when it could have been, you know, the price of an Uno deck of cards. Is that bad? I don't know. You know, maybe $20 for me is $120 for you. So that's kind of where I'm at there. That's where my head's at. Where's your head at? Where's your head at? You feel me? Where's your head at? Where's your head at? All right, let's do a round of this and that, y'all, and wrap it up. Man, I missed a lot of questions. Kabuki Kid apparently said I'm a fighter, not a lover. What? What's going on? Someone says, 2 feet of snow, what games did you play while stuck at home? All the same ones I play now. You think I'm going outside and playing games in the lawn? What video games do you like, Z? I like Fallout 3. It's my favorite video game. Sean asks an important question. Where is your head at? It's right here. Where's my brain at? That's a different query altogether. All right, this or that. Mansions of Madness or the others? The others, there is no question, but they're both good. Basement Jacks, I think, or Daft Punk. I like Daft Punk better. Party games or dexterity games? I like party games more. This guy is on a soapbox. Cholesterol or sodium? Dude. Book, 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 book. Hit it, book, book, book. Heist movie or mafia movie? I like heist movies myself. Teaching theater or performing on stage? Boy, I like both a lot. That's a tough question, honestly. I like both about the same. I'll say performing. You know, I'll say directing. It kind of lets me do both. How about that, directing? Apples or oranges? Oranges. Oh, hold up. I'm losing my place again. Would you prefer a little of this or a little of that? I want that, please. Plantains or bananas? Plantains. He-Man or Thundercats? He-Man, baby. Yeah. I have the power. Wow, wow. And all that stuff. Fall of Rome or Iberia? I think I like Iberia better still. Blind or deaf? Deaf, because come on now. They're not all senses were created equal. Shorts or Speedos? Long pair of pants. I hate shorts. But if I have to, I'll take the shorts. Ultra Sunrise, Monster Ultra Sunrise or Ultra White? I think I have tried both. I don't know. I think I like the other one better. I always think that after I get one, though. So I think that Ultra White is the one I like. Asymmetrical board or asymmetrical player powers? Not sure I get what the difference is, but player powers? Oh, come on. No, where is it? Here we go. Chainsaw or machete? Machete, baby. I got to represent. Soapbox or broken record? That's a good question right there. Soapbox. We'll go with that. Sure. Cotton or wool? I'm going to go with cotton. Blues Brothers or the Beatles? What kind of question is that? The Beatles. Val Kilmer or Ben Affleck Batman? Ben Affleck, I guess. Coffee or tea? Coffee. No hands or no feet? No feet. That's a weird question, y'all. Japanese food or Thai food? I'll go with Thai food with that. Monster or Red Bull? I really don't like Red Bull, so Monster. Sailboat or cruise liner? Cruise liner, because I'm done with my sailing days. Coupons or no coupons? No coupons? Maybe? I don't know. Wingspan or gizmos? I did like Wingspan better. Up or down? Up. Why not? Cats or dogs? Dogs. Fries or tater tots? Man, tater tots, man. Woo. Star Wars or Star Trek? Star Wars. No beard or gray beard? Oh, gray beard is fine. Bacon or bacon? You know what, I could go for a little bit of bacon, I think. Bacon on bacon. You know? If they figured out how to make bread from bacon and then stuff that with bacon. Bacon on bacon crimes. Weird questions or normal questions? Weird questions, of course. Board games or Hunger Games? All right. I love it. And then somebody says, "You look great today." Tom, loving the beard. Thanks. Arroz con pollo or ropa vieja? Ropa vieja all the time. It's delicious, man. It's so good. Ropa vieja, you know, you get it, you rip up the vieja, la ropa. Ay, un poquito arroz, frijoles, ropa vieja, un platanito frito. Ay, Dios mío. Anyway, we're going to wrap up there, y'all. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it very much. We're gonna turn this off. You ready? I'm ready. You ready? Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm Z Garcia. You've been watching The Dice Tower, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Where's your head?